Hey, BookTube Sean here, and today I'm filming my August TBR slash MBR. You guys all know that anything I say is only a might be read, not really a to be read. Again, it's very ambitious. I know I won't get to everything, but these are the books that are going to be my options for August as I'm thinking about things right now. It always may change, but if I'm thinking about it right now, these are the books I'd like to try and get to. So if you saw my mid-year check-in tag, you'll know that a lot of my focus this month is going to be review copies. So the biggest part of my TBR, sorry, I just tried to pick them up, and they scattered, is going to be I'm going to be going through my Flame Tree Press arcs. And I probably won't get to all of them in August. I'm working on Saturn Inspector right now, and I may even have this one finished before August. And hopefully I can get to at least 2 or 3 more of them in August, because I want to do some reading for me too. It can't all just be review copy reading. I mean, and I wanted these, so it is for me too. But if they weren't review copies, I'd probably end up putting them off for a while. But I want to get as many of them read by their publications in September as I can, because I did ask for them. I did request to be a Flame Tree arc reader, so and they were kind enough to accept me and send me all 6 of their upcoming releases. So that's going to be my primary focus this month, but I also have a bunch of other stuff I'd like to get to kind of for me too. So we'll go through those. Like I said, it's gonna be a way like double, triple the amount that I'll probably get to in the month, but I just like to have options, and these are kind of the things I'm in the mood for right now. As I'm recording this, which is still about a week before August starts, I have a buddy read going on with Juliet, a Girl in a Book of Night Shadow by Sebastian de Castell. I don't know, she may finish it by the time you see this. I may not have. Who knows? I'm reading a little bit slow right now. So that may, as you're watching this, that may still be going on. You'll know in my wrap up if it's not. Anyway, you will have seen my BookTube-a-thon TBR, which as you're watching this, it's probably BookTube-a-thon week. So these are things I'm kind of working on. And I forgot to write down a couple of things on my TBR MBR list, so I'm going to have to wing it a little bit. But one thing that's on my BookTube-a-thon TBR is The Lost Book of the Grail. And just because I forgot to say it, I'm not going into detail on the Flame Tree Press books, because I have a whole video about those, and I will link that below, or I'll put a card up here somewhere. Lost Book of the Grail is on my BookTube-a-thon TBR, and this is a mystery about a librarian and somebody who comes in to digitize the library's collection, and then they end up on this quest of that's discoveries about the Holy Grail that neither of them expected to end up on. So I've been wanting to read this for a little bit, so I'm going to try to get to this during BookTube-a-thon. I may be working on it as we're talking. This is also going to be my book that I'm going to try and wear a hat while I'm reading, if I decide to wear a hat while I'm reading. And another BookTube-a-thon book is Dragon Springs Road by Janie Chang. This is a historical fiction novel set in China China and Europe, I think. I don't know a ton about it. I've read the description before, but it's one I've heard great things about. I love the cover, and I've been really craving some Asian, some literature set in Asia lately, because I've been looking a lot at Amy Tan and Lisa C lately too. So I decided to throw that on my BookTubeathon TBR, which I have a video from my BookTubeathon TBR too, and I'll link that below or up here somewhere. Sometimes I forget about doing the cards. And also on the BookTubeathon TBR, which, like I said, I don't want to go into a whole lot of great detail. I didn't really go into a lot of great detail about those in that video either. But there'll also be The Ritual by Adam Neville. And what else? Is there anything else I forgot that's not coming up later here? The Ritual. Nope, that's it. Okay. So sorry, I forgot to mark The Ritual on here, but then there's another one coming up, but that's later in my list. So another book I want to try and get to is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodore Goss. I don't know a ton about it. I know it follows Dr. Jekyll's daughter, I believe, which would make sense because it's called The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. But I think she ends up meeting up. There's this mystery, and I think she ends up meeting up with daughters of other people in those like Frankenstein and Dracula type novels. I'm not 100%, like I said, I don't know much about it. But the reason I want to get to it is I was sent by Saga Press European travel for The Monstrous Gentlewoman, and I haven't even hauled this yet because I haven't filmed my book haul video yet because I got 1 or 2 books still coming that I want to make sure get into my July haul. So I'll talk more about this in that, but this is the sequel to Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, and I haven't read Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, so I can't dig into this until I read the first book. So I'm going to check something really quick. I know a couple of the characters are mentioned here. Yeah, Lucinda Van Helsing gets mentioned here. So yeah, this just deals with daughters of some of those characters from like Jekyll and Hyde and those books like that. But again, this is another mystery novel sequel to that, and I've rambled on about that long enough. Another one I wanted to get to, which I've actually already started. I've read the first chapter and a half of it, and so far I'm really enjoying it. But it's the Rook by Daniel L. Malley, and again, I don't have a description in front of me. It's on my Kindle. I don't know a ton about it, and I want to keep it that way. This is one that I've heard good things about, and I want to go into it as blind as possible. So far, we're dealing with somebody whose memory, whose memory was lost, and she seems to have this power that if people touch her skin, they like have fits and collapse, and she's woken up without a memory, but it was she knew that was going to happen through people telling her these predictions they had about her. That she was going to wake up in a room full of people with latex gloves, and they would all be collapsed on the floor. And she's written herself letters to explain to who she is calling the new person inhabiting her body what happened, and giving her the choice of starting a new life or finding out what happened to her. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's just, like I said, I'm a chapter and a half in. But I'm really enjoying it so far. And another one I kind of want to get to. This has been since I got the book, but I still want to get to Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. It didn't happen in July. It may not happen in August, but I still would really like to get to this. I really would like to get to this before October. I'd like to have this one under my belt. I want to read 10 Dead Comedians. The last version of this, you saw me You Saw Me Show was a library copy, the hardcover. I got the paperback copy with this really cool, kind of funny cover that I really enjoy. It kind of it kind of is similar to the artwork of The Con Artist. Both, I'll show this more and The Con Artist in my July book haul. Like I said, I'm showing books I haven't even hauled yet. But, and then again, this is kind of a comedic mystery styled like Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. I still really liked it because it seems like it'll be really fun, and I could use something really fun right now. And then the Man Booker long list came out. In America, it came out last night. I know it ended up being leaked by the Guardian newspaper, or the Guardian magazine, or something like that, before the Man Booker people announced it. So I think they may have ended up announcing a little bit earlier than they were going to. So I saw the list last night, but I saw a couple of reaction videos to it today. And I made, because that's what I do, I make spreadsheets of books I want to read and shit. So I put them all on a spreadsheet. But I'm not going to go through them all right now. There's a couple, like Simon Savage has a reaction, Eric Carl Anderson has a reaction video. I'm sure there's more reaction videos that are going to be coming out. But I'd only heard of one of the books. That's it, one of the books. That's because I already owned it. But there are 6 of them that are not available in the U.S. yet, and of those 6, 2 of them haven't even been released yet. So there's only 7 available in the U.S. 4 of those I can get the audio of on Scribed, one of which I own the hardcover of too. That is The Mars Room by Rachel Kushner, but I'm actually going to do the audio of this on Scribed. And the other ones that I can get the audio of on Scribed, and again, I know nothing. I haven't even looked into what these books are about. I would like to try and read more of the Man Booker long list this year than I did last year, which, with 6 of them not being available in the U.S. this time around, is going to be much more difficult. Excuse me. Last year, there was only about 3 or 4 of them that I couldn't get my hands on in one fashion or another. I don't really have the money to order books from Book Depository right now, so there's only 7 that I even stand a chance of reading until they come out in the U.S. But of the rest of those, Snap by Belinda Bauer, which is actually my coin toss book for the Booktubeathon. I just talked about The Mars Room. The Overstory by Richard Powers and Warlight by Michael Ondaatje are the other ones that I can get the audio of on my Scribe subscription. So I'm going to try to get through those on audiobook this month. But yeah, again, like I said, I would tell you what they're about, but I know zero about them other than they were nominated for the Man Booker Prize. I have not really looked into them. But that's it. That is everything that currently I am using as options for August. Like I said, mostly it's going to be the Flame Tree Press review books. And we'll see what I can get to that's just for me, aside from that. But anyway, thank you to all my subscribers. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. I'm happy you found me. I hope you stick around. If you'd like to, hit the subscribe button so you know when I post new videos, and I'll see you all in the next one.